So for our first battle, we are battling 3 Roos on 2. I see that he has a Tyranitar at the front of his party, so I'm just going to bring in my Meowscarada here and bring the rest of my team along with me. So hopefully he brings out his Tyranitar, and indeed he does. So obviously I've got my Meowscarada. I'm planning to use Flower Trick here. Okay, he whips up the Sandstream, but that doesn't really affect physical attackers, so I think ultimately I just decided to go with Flower Trick here, which I do, and he actually decides to switch out, and he actually brings in the Lucario here. Now since it's a Steel type, it's going to resist my Flower Trick. A fun fact about Flower Trick is that it always results in a critical hit, and to be honest, I actually did quite decent damage considering it resists it. So I just decided to go to the U-turn to switch out, and I expected some sort of fighting move, so I ultimately decided to go into my Gengar here because it has an immunity to fighting. And yeah, as I predicted, it went for a close combat, but yeah, like I said, it doesn't affect me. We're going to take some Sandstorm damage here, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm a Focus Sash. So I decided to go for the Thunderbolt here. Thought it might do some decent damage, but nope, it decides to switch out again, as if he doesn't want me to take out a single one of his Pokemon. So I'm going to hit the Tyranitar with Sandstream up, so it doesn't do that much damage. So I was thinking, okay, I have Dazzling Gleam, should I do that? Or should I switch back into my Meowscarada here, because I have Play Rough, which will hit for super effective damage. Well, not just Play Rough, I also have Flower Trick, so I think I decided to go for the Flower Trick over here. I actually decided to Mega Evolve. I was like, oh no, because even if I use Flower Trick here, I doubt it would actually take it out. So I was actually thinking as it was Mega Evolving, should I like do something else instead, because I know one single Flower Trick will not be enough to take it out. And look, with Earthquake, he actually crits me, and it does over half my health despite me resisting the Earthquake, and I was like, oh dear, yeah. If this doesn't one-shot it now, which I doubt it would, I'm in so much trouble. But then it actually decided to switch out, which is interesting, and goes back into the Gengar here. So I was like, okay, Flower Trick did really good damage considering it resists it, right? But I have Night Slash here, so I can just go ahead and one-shot it, which is what I do decide to do. And yeah, bye-bye Gengar, no more, it's out of the picture now. So Meowscarada is doing pretty decent here. We are on half health, but it's okay. But then we have Infernape, and obviously I'm at a disadvantage because it's fire and I'm grass. I might be faster, but I don't want to take a risk of Mark Punch. But I actually look at my Arcanine, right, and I see that it has Flash Fire, and I was thinking Infernape might go for a fire move, so I might absorb the fire. But nope, it actually goes into close combat, which is fair because Meowscarada was also weak to fighting, does half health, lowers its defense. So I was thinking, okay, my Arcanine's practically gone, let me just use Extreme Speed. And it does decent damage, it does like half health. And then Infernape goes for the close combat, taking me out. I was like, oh, fair enough. Okay, so at this point I was actually thinking I should switch back into Meowscarada because I am faster, and I do think I can take it out with a Play Rough. Because I know it doesn't have Mark Punch, otherwise I would have used it against me earlier. Because, yeah, you know, priority and stuff. So I just decided to go into a Play Rough here, and it does actually take it out, so that's pretty cool. Me taking out a fire type and I'm a grass type, which is, you know, kind of interesting. So the opponent ends up going to Tyranitar here, you know, setting up the Sandstream, you know, dancing in the sand, all that. So I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna go for a Flower Trick. If I die, oh well. And it lives on like a sliver of health, you can barely see the red health bar. And it actually goes for Dark Pulse, which is interesting because my ability Protein made me change it to a Fairy type when I used Play Rough, so I actually resisted it. So I was like, wow, it actually didn't end me. And it actually ended up switching again, so you can really tell he really didn't want to lose a Pokemon. But it ends up switching into Lucario, and I used Flower Trick on it, and it did decent damage. So I was like, okay, I could do it again, but I want to do a Lucario versus Lucario standoff, which is pretty cool. But then I see it raising its speed because of the Source Bark Coffee, so I was like, oh nah, it's going to outspeed me. But I didn't think it would take me out, so I just, you know, tested my luck, and it actually went for close combat, one-shotting me. I was like, oh, you know what, I should have just switched out, you know. But on the plus side, you know, its defense and special defense just fell. So I was like, okay, you know what, let me just switch into my Salamence Mega Evolve and just take this thing out. So here's my Intimidate, I'm going to lower its attack and all of that. I'm going to Mega here, going to the Earthquake, super effective damage, taking this thing out, right? Look at this animation, Salamence Mega Evolving, looks epic. I don't know if I really like Mega Salamence though. I don't like his like claws thing, but you know, anyway. Lucario actually goes for Dragon Pulse, so it's like a mixed attacker because it went for close combat and now it's going for, you know, a special move. So I just one shot with Earthquake and there we go. We're vibing on like just less than half health here. Sandstorm's like lowering that as well. So I see Garchomp. I questioned to myself whether I'm faster than it, and I think I am because I actually googled it. So I just went for Dragon Claw, lives on like 1 health and it just finishes me off with a Dragon Rush. So I'm like, ah, damn it. Okay, oh well, because I can just, you know, get the revenge kill, right? So I switched into Meowscarada, went for Flower Trick, no contact, so if it had like rough skin or anything like that, I don't die in the process. But then it switches out again for like the 5th time this match and goes back into Noivern. Just going to use Frisk over here, use Flower Trick, does, you know, pretty terrible damage even with a crit because it could resist, you know, grass moves and all of that. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to do a play rough, but you know, takes me out of a Hurricane and it's faster. So I just decided, okay, I'm going to switch back into my Gengar, use Dazzling Gleam, super effective, maybe it will take it out. It outspeeds me again, goes for a Hurricane, and I go back for a Dazzling Gleam, and it lives on like 1 health again. Why are they all living on 1 health? It's crazy, mental. So, you know, it was about to take me out for Hurricane, but it actually missed, which was pretty lucky, and I can just go for a Dark Pulse, taking it out. So very lucky there. So it switches back into Garchomp, and this is where the Gengar sweep begins because they're all on like 1 health. So Gengar can just like, you know, finish them all off. So down goes the Garchomp over here. So Tyranitar comes back in here. So I'm like, okay, we're going to finish it with a Disrespect Thunderbolt for the win here, and gets a crit, which is actually hilarious, and I win the match. So there you go.